26%. On the nation report part, that the percentage you below for 12-year data for the subtraction in math. In America, we had everything as an exceptional country, but the 26 sounds exceptional. To you? Raise your hand if you think as the country we need to do way better. Then that, I'm with you. We all need math. For why so many kids confused by us? It is because only 26% of people are hardwired from that, most 70% or not. After working with thousands of kids, I can tell you this is the case at all. Kids don't understand math because we've been teaching it at the humanist subject. But if we make math human again, it will start make sense again. You're probably wondering, how is math in every human in the first place? So think about it. Math is a human language just like English, Spanish, and Chinese, because it allows people to communicate with each other. Even in ancient time, people need the language of math to conduct trade, to build a monument, and to measure the land of farming. This idea of math, the language, isn't exactly new. A Greek philosopher once said, "The laws of nature are written in the language of mathematics." So you see, even Galileo agreed, isn't it? But somewhere along the line, we're taking the language of math with about the real world around us, and we abstract it beyond this recognition, and that's why kids they get confused. Let me show you what is meant. Well, see this third grade California math standard, and people make sense when 8 years old. Understand the fraction 1 over b as the quantity formed by one part when a whole is partitioned into b equal parts. Understand a fraction 1 over b as the quantity formed by a parts of size 1 over b. And if you give the description to an 8-year, you probably get reaction like this. To a math expert, this standard makes sense, but to a kid, it's an absolute torture. I tell this example specifically because the fraction are the foundational to algebra, like trigonometry, and even calculus. So kids don't understand fraction in the elementary middle school because it helped way to hit them in the high school. But there's way to make subtraction simple and easy for kids to understand. Yes, just remember that math is the language and use that the fear damage. For example, when I teach first grader how to add the subtraction, I start with the apple plus lesson. First say yes, I have 1 apple plus 1 apple, and people often say to with the party correct. Half them include the word as well as with math of the language, but not just two. It's 2 apples. Next is 3 pencils plus 3 pencils. You all know that pencil plus pencils is pencils. So everyone, how many pencils? 5 pencils. 5 pencils is right, and the K is you include the word. I try to submit with my 5 years old niece in month. After she's added pencils and pencils, I asked her what 4 billion plus 1 billion, and my aunt overheard in this distance. She scolded and said, "Are you crazy? She hasn't been kindergarten. How she's supposed to know 4 billion plus 1 billion? I'm done it." My niece finished accounting looked up and says, 5 billion? And I say, "That's right, it is 5 billion. My aunt stood a hit on that because she didn't expect that from the 5 years. But all you have to do is take a language approach, and math become into it is and easy to understand. Then I asked her a question that kindergartner definitely not supposed to know. 1/3 plus 1/3, and she immediately answered 2/3. such as you are wondering how can she possibly know that, when she doesn't know about the numerator and denominator yet. You see, she wasn't thinking about numerator and denominator. She solved the problem this way, and she used 1 apple plus 1 apple as her analogy to understand 1/3 plus 1/3. So even a kindergartner can add subtraction. You'd better believe that every third grader can do as well. Just for fun, I asked her an algebra question: what's 7x squared plus 2x squared, and that the 5-year correctly answered 9x squared. And she did it any exponent rules to figure that it out. So when the people say that we are either we or not, it's not true. Math is a human language, so we have all the ability to understand this. We need to take a language approach to math urgently, because too many kids are lost and they are ancient about math, and it doesn't have to be that way. I worked with an angry, frustrated high school student, one who couldn't pass the algebra because she only knew 44% of the multiplication test. If told her that such a kind of word, only knowing the 44% of the alphabet holding me back, she couldn't pass her or public relation, and she had no confidence in that. As the result, this teenager had confidence in herself. If told her, we have to start with the multiplication, because one thing all of you have with you apart. Everything gets easier, and they will be having a fast start every heavy ride in Disneyland. What do you think? And she said okay, but she systematically learned the timetable in 4 weeks. And yes, even a multiplication has the language in the better than that. You'll be surprised how many kids don't realize 7 times 3 can be spelled out as 7 times 3, which just means 7 3 times, just like this. So, when kids see this way, they quickly realize that the repetition is slow and inconvenience. So they got the memories that 3, 7 times, all the way the 21. The further teenager would out risk to dropping out, becoming fluent and confident in multiplication with the gain chance. Because for the first time, we can focus on the problem solving instead of counting on the finger. I knew she's at the corner when she figured out that 2 years currently at $445 a month would cost you $10,680, and she's looking at me disapprovalingly and said, it's a police, so that's expensive. At the moment, not having $1,000 problem for her, but she looks giving a math solve problem as the result to adult. As an educator, it's my duty to challenge kids to be tirely you with this challenge. Our country is stuck at 26% subtraction, and I challenge you to pass the number higher. This is important because mathematical thinking not built young men, but our kids needed to imagine and develop their future. Meeting this challenge can be as simple as apple plus apple. Insist that we teach math the human language, and we will get there sooner rather than later. Thank you.